Hey, I'm Nate Flax.
I'm Noah Longworth McGuire.
And this is Talking Lion.
Talking Lion is a podcast focused on artist-to-artist conversation.
We're primarily artists, a duo called Sleeping Lion, but we've been lucky enough to write, produce, and hang out with so many incredible rising artists since we started our project.
Whether it's at sessions or parties or over cups of coffee, we've talked with our creative friends about everything. Music, life, love, and all the subtle complexities that come with being in the middle of a journey.
Talking Lion is about hitting record on these conversations and sharing them with you. There's no real structure, nothing really prepared, just friends talking about life and what it's been like and where it's going.
We recorded this episode with our friends nicopop and Kyan Palmer.
I first met Kyan when we performed together at the Peppermint Club in Los Angeles. Later, we co-wrote his song 5 Night Stand with our mutual friend Aire Atlantica. We met nicopop the day we recorded this episode.
Some context for this interview. Kyan Palmer and nicopop joined forces to release a series of awesome singles, with each subsequent piece of cover art building off the other, all leading up to something.
Inimitable apart and hilariously unpredictable as a duo, Kyan Palmer and nicopop are prolifically pouring out awesome pop jams. So,
Without further ado,
I'm nicopop.
And I'm Kyan Palmer.
And this is Talking Lion.
well, hey guys, welcome
What's
on
up?
to Talking Lion. How have you been lately?
Well, good mostly.
What's the mostly?
Well, right now I'm sponsored by Dayquil, so it's harder than usual, and I've had to cut out my favorite drinks.
Oh, you hate to see it.
I'm so sorry.
Look at me.
So you can't have chocolate milk, you can't have Shirley Temples, you
Right.
can't.
If you guys are
Mixed with
listening,
vodka.
Favorite
donate
drinks.
to Kyan Palmer. He can use all the help he can get
Drop
right
your Venmo
now.
right now.
Yeah,
just-
if you could, it's
Oh.
been really hard.
Dayquil's so expensive.
We have we've provided goldfish and fortune cookies. That's my donation to the Kyan Palmer Dayquil Fund.
I really appreciate
So
that.
generous.
Actually, your goldfish and fortune cookies is what allowed me to take today's Dayquil.
Oh,
Yeah.
We just like eat it with food, or
Yeah,
like,
well,
or-
I was taking it without food. I found out it's not the best.
no, you should definitely not.
Yeah,
He's
like,
been
I
drunk
don't-
for a week straight.
Yeah, I don't like rules,
yeah, like
Yeah.
prescription.
Right,
you
but
know.
I've
Yeah.
been just hurting myself because I don't like reading.
Well, when it comes to health, I think reading the
Yeah.
directions is probably the most. You could fudge almost everything, but I think when it comes to Dayquil, you'll know when you know.
Yeah.
If anybody needs to know that fact. But overall, I'm good, yeah.
Good. No, I'm good. and Nick, how you doing?
I'm great just listening to this bullshit all day. Other than that, I'm fine.
But before going like way back, how did you guys initially meet?
We met in a session. Both of our managers at the time set it up. And he came in, we just like made a whole track in a day. And it's actually a song we're going to release on our EP, but it happened really fast. I think we finished the whole song in like 2 hours.
That's awesome. What's
Yeah.
the song called for people who are hearing?
Yeah, it'll come out in a while. It's called Usually I'm Not Like This. But the second song that we did is coming out.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night being tomorrow night today, as opposed
Yeah,
to tomorrow
yeah.
night whenever this.
Yeah, yeah.
It'll be like 2 months.
It's
from now.
coming out. No
It's coming
time
out.
period.
Yeah, people listening to this
It'll
now.
be out.
It'll be out when you hear this.
Wait.
Well, it's
out.
listen.
It's out right now.
you're in the future. Send a message.
Yeah, it's like it blows up, and people are like, "Wow, this song didn't exist before." I can't imagine a
Right.
world before.
Yeah.
It's like like do you guys remember a pre-Closer world? Like I don't.
No,
You know,
definitely don't.
it was a different.
I do. I was happier then.
There was nothing for me at that point in time.
Yeah, there was no coming back from that. There was really a before and after. So you guys are both from New York?
No,
No,
I'm not.
you're not.
I'm from Arizona. I lived there for a brief stint, though.
You got a stint in New York.
Yeah, a stint in New York.
Well, we'll start there. Arizona. Where in Arizona?
Okay, well, I was really born in Maryland. And
Okay,
lived
East
there for like
Coast.
7 years. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Then I was in Arizona. So it's just like a Phoenix suburb, Gilbert. I stayed there. I went to college there.
Did you go to the University of Arizona?
Arizona State.
That's what I meant to say.
Well, there's both of them.
Oh, there's two? Okay.
Yeah, there's two of them.
So what did you study while you were in school?
I had 2 degrees, so marketing and
Binge drinking.
sustainability. I learned that after. That
Wait,
was
did you
my
say
master's.
sustainability?
Yeah.
Sustaining yourself through binge
No,
drinking?
like yeah, exactly. It's like the best way to throw up for the environment. Like you learn how
You
to
give
like,
back.
You give
Oh,
back.
how to throw up,
how to
and
give
how to
back.
fertilize.
Right, how to fertilize,
So,
how to grow
like,
trees.
if you're gonna accidentally shit on a stoop, it's like in a potted plant.
And sooner return yourself
exactly.
to the
like how
to
to
the dirt.
use your mess as manure.
So that's what that. So let me get it. So you got into music because you confused composting with composing.
That's pretty much how I ended up here.
Wow.
Who am I?
You were green, but also green. You know.
Yeah.
And also green.
Yeah.
Like you had to throw up.
Right.
You were new to the industry,
Right.
and you were also ecologically
Right.
friendly.
So that's my background.
That's
That's so admirable.
I'm surprised. I mean, you go by your name, but you could have been like the green
the green machine.
machine. Yeah.
But Jamba Juice took that already.
You're right.
So
And that Green Monster,
I'm not
that's
gonna
Boston.
fuck with a business like that.
Yeah, Jamba Juice. Yeah, you can mess with any business, but Jamba Juice, they will come
I'm
for
not
you.
gonna go there.
I'm almost scared to mention Jamba Juice on the show now.
I know.
'Cause you never know.
I can't believe I said that out
I didn't
loud.
say it.
Yeah, listen, Jamba Juice is like if you can't beat them, join them. Like,
Double
listen,
J, double J.
Jamba Juice, if you're listening now, we want that.
are
We want
listening
to.
We're sorry, okay?
Yeah, we'd rather collaborate
didn't
than be
mean
at
anything.
war. You know, I'd
I'm
rather.
not trying to do that. I've seen what they can do.
They have blenders.
Blender.
Well, it's more the brain freeze and the tits turned into knives. You know what I mean?
Wait, okay, I get the brain freeze, but the tits
What's-
turn into knives.
You've never been cold before?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah. All right, yeah. Sorry, that took me a second.
Yeah.
That was like an extra step. But you were there. I just needed to.
I was there. Well, because I've been there. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
I know
yeah.
better. So, anyways, that's how I got into music.
Jamba Juice.
yeah.
But Nick, you're from New York.
Yeah, I'm from New York, but I've been in LA for like 8 years now.
Oh
so,
wow.
Yeah.
How old are you when you moved?
18. I went to USC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
so I've just been out here ever since.
When you were in, so you were telling me you were in Rye, so Westchester.
yeah, I'm
Westchester
from
kid.
Westchester.
But you're like not. You're
Westchester,
not like.
New York.
That's it.
Yeah.
But there's you weren't a Rivertown kid, so there
No,
we're different.
We're
you
very
and I.
different.
Oh.
Did
We
you
don't like your kind.
listen, man? The feeling's mutual. I don't like rye bread. I don't like rye New York.
Oh.
But I like rye bread from
This
rye New
got
York.
personal.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, rye bread from Rye, New York is like.
I have no
that's what it's
qualms with.
about.
I have no qualms with rye New York. I need to come out on the record and say that rye is fine with me. Did you do music while you were in school though?
No, I actually didn't. I studied fine art.
Oh, wow.
and-
At USC.
Yeah, I actually applied to the USC Music School as a producer, and I didn't get accepted. They didn't have like a music production program at the time. Now they do, but
Pretty robust one too, right?
yeah, like really dope. I wish
I
could go
got
back.
rejected from USC for film. I wanted to go for film.
Oh, really? Okay.
And I wound up at Berkeley because USC was like, nah.
Yeah.
So, but I know I wasn't applying to USC for music. But so you're doing fine arts. Are you in art? Like, can you?
Yeah.
Visual
Like
art?
I've been doing visual art like my whole life, but I've always wanted to be a producer and a songwriter. So I took a year off from USC and I just started making music. And I was in a like EDM duo called Louis Vivet, and we like toured.
Oh, yeah, I've heard.
So I like got to do music like full time, and then I went back and I got my degree. And now I'm just like doing sessions, you know.
That's awesome. So, were either your parents musical?
My parents love music. Like we go to concerts together. Like my mom has been to like Above and Beyond concerts, and she like loves great music. But no, they don't make music at all.
Can either of them sing? 'Cause you know, you got a voice on you. You know,
They got
like,
nothing.
Hell no.
They haven't helped me at all.
it's like the tea on your parents. Just like
Yeah. I wish there was tea.
we can make tea. Take a little
some
pause.
I already
There's
had a
tea.
little bit. What was it called? Ginger pear?
Ginger
My
peach.
stripper name. Oh, yeah, Ginger Peach.
Ginger peach.
Ginger peach.
That's what we call him. Yeah.
That's really cute for you.
So you were doing sustainability.
Yes.
Talk more about sustainability.
Tell me one thing you learned about sustainability. No jokes. I want to know one thing about.
I learned a lot about landfills, which makes sense with where we're going. But did you know that
Considering
landfills-
what you are.
considering what I am, considering I'm just pure trash. So that's what I studied, and I found out that trash like me gives off like a methane gas that can be used for renewable energy.
It's all the farting, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. And BO too. And yeah, so basically a lot of landfills do not collect this energy, but it's actually usable, and it could like power like a car, but people don't use it. So
I always thought if we could convert trash to renewable energy,
it like does it itself. You just have to collect it.
Get on it.
Yeah.
Government.
What are we doing
Yeah.
sitting
So
here talking
you
about
know
it?
this,
Yeah.
and you're making music.
Yeah, you're not doing it. Use your degree, man. Like, save the world.
Thank you so much.
I've been singing songs so that I can get that dough, so I can collect trash.
Listen, do you not want to hear the Pharrell record? Like only
water levels
if the
rise,
water
we will
levels
lose
rise, we
that
will
Pharrell
lose that
record.
Pharrell record.
I understand that.
I mean, that's incentive. In
I'm just
100
a-
years, we could hear that record.
I'm just a learned scholar. Don't take my opinion.
But you have a double degree.
I do double whammy, baby.
Yeah. You guys have 3 degrees amongst the two of you.
Yeah, 3 degrees
Yeah.
in one brain.
Wow, I have
I-
so much more respect for the both of us.
I have
now.
the least number of degrees at this table.
Wow,
Which is depressing.
that's okay.
But
you
I
went to
also probably have
Berkeley.
the lowest student loans.
You went to Berkeley?
Yeah, I went to Berkeley. We met at Berkeley, but he finished. Noah finished.
Yeah, I actually did. The
Yeah.
thing.
So you moved here when you were 18 for
Yeah.
school. When did you move here? Because you were in New York, you said first.
Yeah, I moved here. I think I had to been like 21, maybe.
And
22,
what
something like that.
had you veer into music from ecology and binge
Well,
drinking?
because that's what I studied. So I always like want to do music, but I'm not like a musical musician, I would say, because I started so late. And I always wanted to do it. And then I just like for my thesis project for college, like I was like, oh, what if I make a song and market it? And I did that. And
Thesis for which
For-
degree?
this one's even better. This one is for the honors college.
Oh my God, overachiever or what?
Whatever you want to call it. I had a lot of things I had to do. Oh, that was my feet. Sorry.
I was like, what
I'm
is-
like starting.
what's
I'm
that
starting a
sound?
fire down here.
Yeah. How does your feet make that sound? Was it just?
I don't
okay.
know. These
It's
shoes
your
are just.
squeaky ass
These shoes are
shoes.
so expensive. They just make squeak sounds.
It's the drip.
Yeah.
It's,
Not a lot of people understand that.
yeah.
squeakier
You
the
have,
shoe,
you
the more
have
expensive
your
it is.
whole library, like sound
Yeah.
library of just expensive shoes.
Yeah.
It's like the boots from SpongeBob.
Yeah. Find me on Splice.
It's a great episode.
When did you start like putting out your own, like writing and putting out your own stuff? Was it the thesis project like your first release, or was
Okay, yeah. No, I did like my thesis project for school, but I was like too scared to put music out, but I knew I had to do it for a grade, otherwise I couldn't graduate. So I ended up finishing my last semester in New York. So I was still in school while working at a label there. So then my thesis.
which label were you gonna?
I worked at Republic for
Okay.
a while. And so while I was there, my thesis project ended up coming out while I was there because there's, I had to like defend it when I worked there. I like flew back for a weekend. Anyway, so that was the first song I did.
What do you mean that you had to like defend it?
You have to like go back and like talk about it and be like, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, this is why I did
class.
this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Defending the marketing strategy or
Just
defending
the,
the,
whole thing.
song?
But it was fine because the song like started like doing well, so they didn't say anything.
What was the song called?
Burn Mona Lisa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's like the first song I put out. So I just kind of like got lucky.
Biggest song.
Just shh. You can take a goldfish.
Yeah, have a goldfish. Chew it. There you go. Crinkle, crinkle. This is the ASMR segment no one asked for.
ASMR with nicopop and Kyan Palmer.
How does it taste? It's delicious. That's hot. And that's it.
that was all the ASMR that we get on the show.
all you need.
Can we get more? Can we get a little later?
Yeah,
Okay,
you can. Every
Little,
time
little,
I'm-
little pockets.
Headcase comes out this weekend. Stream it on Spotify.
Oh my gosh.
Wherever the rails were, we left
Gone
it.
off the
Yeah, we were
rails.
off them. We were off.
Where are we?
I don't know. We're in.
Somebody's
we're
been
in the
railing
studio.
something.
We got goldfish. So, and you were already in Los Angeles. When did you? So you were with Louis Vivet.
Yeah.
When
yeah.
did you start doing your own stuff?
Well,
And how involved were you in that project?
Well, I was doing all the production for that project and the songwriting, but it wasn't until like about a year ago I decided I wanted to like branch off and do my own thing, and I really wanted to make pop music and not. I mean, like all my stuff has kind of like a dance element to it or like an electronic twist to it. But I wanted to do more things, so I actually made an EP for an artist named Evelyn. She's doing some pretty cool stuff, and so we made like a psychedelic pop EP called Salvation, and it was like kind of like opening the floodgates, and I kind of got to do whatever I want. I got to like make some really cool stuff and like awesome sound design. So then I wanted to after doing that, I like, you know, got everything off my chest, and I got to do stuff that I've never done before. So then I wanted to bring it back center a little bit. So me and Kyan started making just like some straight up like, it's like really center pop, top 40 type of stuff.
And you guys wound up in the decision just because your managers.
Yeah.
Had you guys known about each other's music prior to that?
I heard one of his songs, Can't Help It, and I thought it was really dope. It was really cool.
It's an interesting one.
Yeah.
First.
Well, wait, why?
That was the first one I heard.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry.
What about that song?
I think that song's
makes
good.
I don't
like
know.
it.
It's interesting. That's all. People like it. If it's your favorite
fun.
song,
It's like a fun
sorry.
song. I'm all about for like fun pop music. Like I tend to not like the more serious.
Well,
like,
and was
brooding
that so?
songs.
What did you learn from the Louis Vivet like experience? Was it like
People love to dance.
people love to dance?
That's what I learned.
We love to dance.
Yeah.
You promised a Russian accent.
People love to dance.
Yeah, that's good. More German, but
It was like more.
There's somewhere.
It was something.
My name is nicopop.
that's your tag. Is Kyan doing it?
Nicopop.
It's
well,
nicopop.
Because I don't know why. Maybe it's just like Nico Bellic from like
GTA 4.
GTA 4, but like when I'm like Nico, I'm like, oh yeah, he's definitely probably really Russian. Like that.
I like
was,
that. I like that people think that of me.
I hate asking
I love that for you.
I hate asking how'd you come up with the name, because I'm like we made this show
He's
so
gonna-
nobody would ask
he's
it.
gonna
but
ask it
I'm gonna
anyway.
ask it anyway.
I mean, it's pretty
It's just like
straightforward.
Nick, oh,
My people in my family call me Nico. My friends sometimes call me Nico.
making
And then
pop.
I love fucking pop music.
that's what I thought.
Like,
See,
you go.
stupid question.
There it
Never
is.
asked that
Sweet.
question.
Exactly.
How'd you come up with your name, Kyan Palmer?
Oh my gosh. It's a long story.
First, I was
My
born.
parents named me it.
It was crazy.
It was so crazy.
You had to be.
I don't know why it's spelled incorrect, but
Okay, well, it was a Y. I've seen it with a Y.
it definitely looks like it says Kyan. Like, we can't argue that.
Cayenne
I
pepper.
know that. Yeah,
Cayenne pepper.
yeah. I know that. But that's what it is.
No one made that joke yet.
No,
Cayenne
people-
pepper.
You think I haven't heard that?
I haven't heard
Yeah,
that.
cayenne pepper.
That's amazing.
So, I mean, you guys both collaborate with a ton of people. What was it about the way that you guys were collaborating together that were like, fuck it, we're doing a whole record together? Like, what do you like about each other, you know?
Well, I think the way it started was we were just writing songs, like not for a project. We were just like writing songs that we liked. And I feel like we have like similar tastes in music. Like we like to listen to the same type of songs. And so we had like all these, like a whole SoundCloud page filled with songs that we made. There was like, how many were there?
There's like 100.
There's like 100.
That's
yeah.
a lot.
And so then we just like kind of narrowed it down and we're like, oh, let's release this. I mean, it's a shame because like a lot of them are for pitch. And I mean, we make so many songs that like rarely see the light of day.
Pitch Purgatory.
Yeah, exactly. So, and there were some like ones that we really liked and we're just like, you know, whatever, we're just going to put them out. So we like put our teams together and then just release them. And we're just like,
And how many songs so far have you guys like done together that you are gonna put out?
We have 14 that are going to come out.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's an
Yeah.
amazing collaboration. I mean, that's,
Yeah.
And how does, I mean, are you mostly doing production? Are you mostly doing writing, or is there a different delineation there?
Yeah, I mean, we both write it. He produces it. I ain't doing shit.
Yeah, I remember. I mean, you know, we were just grateful. Like,
yeah, you know,
when
you
Joe,
know me.
yeah.
I just scream into the mic and point and talk shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's my job.
Well, so we met because we were both doing the peppermint thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was the only time I've ever played without Noah.
Right. That's why it's taken us so long to meet.
Yeah.
And then we both did a session with Joe.
right.
You were talking about your cats.
I forgot about that.
Well, so yeah, you were saying that you thought you were gonna have the cat for one night. You wound up
Yeah.
having it for 5 nights.
Yeah.
And then we were talking.
Ooh.
And so then we wound up writing 5 Night Stands.
Yeah, so 5 Night Stand
About-
is sort of about a cat.
Cat,
That's
yeah,
how it
so-
started.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's nice.
You
Yeah.
didn't know that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, that's my little secret.
Yeah, the first lyric.
I'm sure a lot of people don't know that.
No, they
Yeah.
don't.
Well,
You can't say that because it gets a little weird. if you,
Yeah.
hold that. It started with the cat.
Well, because the first lyric is
Chest
chest
tight.
tight, dim the lights.
Chest tight, dim the lights. Kept on coming over and you stayed the night. Is this getting serious?
So chest tight was like
Because the
he
cat
couldn't
was
breathe.
choking me.
Love that. Love that.
It was kept on coming over
Very
and you stayed the night.
Yeah, it's about the cats.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, you have great names for your dogs, right?
Oh, well, yeah.
Oh.
That's a story.
Tell
but-
the story.
Yeah.
Okay, but basically, I have one dog now. I got it like sort of like a split up. It was like my roommate's dog and my dog.
Oh.
Yeah. So they used to be named Charles and Charles.
It was Charles Xavier.
Charles Xavier
and
and Charles Wallace.
Wallace. Because I called
Right.
it like Charles by
Yeah,
Charles
Charles
West,
by Charles.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
it's
CX by
CX,
CW.
CW,
Yeah. So anyways, yeah. So I took Charles Xavier X, and he had a rebrand. So his name is Squirrel.
Squirrel.
Yeah, and
Does he know? Does he respond?
No,
to
no,
Squirrel?
he doesn't know X or Charles Xavier anymore. Like,
Oh, they don't talk.
yeah. You know
Yeah.
how like Taylor Swift's like the old Taylor's dead.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
He doesn't even respond to it anymore. It's been like a year though since he's like been Squirrel.
Has it been a year since? I guess
Something
it's
like
been-
that.
yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
If I haven't seen you in a couple months, it's been
Yeah.
a year.
I mean that's Los
That's how-
Angeles.
That's
It's
how
like-
it is.
I saw you yesterday and also 7 years ago.
Just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's been a year. Can you believe it?
What I really like about like the art, especially in your last release, is that it is a little weird. Like it is just like a little like bizarre. It is different than what you guys have as separate stuff. When it came together, why that aesthetic? What sort of
We wanted a cohesive theme for all of the singles, and I guess we want to like tell a story with artwork too, because I feel like it's really easy to just to throw together like a cool picture.
And it makes sense in the end.
Yeah,
We're getting
we don't want to
there.
give it away, but
Okay.
it's like all the singles, a little bit gets added to the scene. So
Puzzle gets pieced.
yeah,
well, because it was a little just disquieting, which I love. Like I think
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
like album covers now sometimes are just like kind of boring, like a bit generic.
Yeah.
Or, like
Yeah,
it's the
yeah.
artist on the cover. This was
Yeah.
just like, all right, that guy's in his boxes, wearing a mask.
Who is
Yeah,
that?
Who is that? Yeah. Is he
Keon
gonna?
is not that
is he?
skinny.
Is he gonna kill me in my sleep? Like,
Yeah.
you know,
He
like
might, honestly.
I mean, but also like yeah, like you know, there's a generation of people who grew up with like Marilyn Manson and like Buckethead. You know, Buckethead was the guy who
Buckethead.
you remember Buckethead? He wore
Oh,
a
I
weird
remember
mask
Buckethead.
and
Yeah,
he
he
wore a
was
bucket on his
freaking
head,
weird.
a KFC
Yeah.
bucket on his head,
I think it was a KFC bucket.
and he
at
just
one point.
shredded on guitar.
Yeah.
I love that.
It was
love
weird
yeah,
as
that's
hell.
great.
How much of it can you talk about, like about where you're sort of going with that aesthetic?
It like isn't gonna make sense for quite a minute, and then probably halfway through you'll catch on, and then when you know the title of it, you'll be like, oh.
Yeah, I think even with the head case imagery that's coming out,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you'll be able to see like where we're
Oh,
going
right.
with
Yeah,
it
yeah.
because I mean every single something gets added literally to the picture.
Yeah.
So like a piece of clothing, a piece of jewelry or whatnot, and I mean there's this like overarching theme of just like
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I feel like it's like very like the
society
theme
we
is
live
like
in
a
right now.
very us. It's like fun and bitchy, you know.
yeah, that's what we're trying to make something like weird and cool, but at the end of the day,
but
it's
like really accessible.
Yeah.
In the end.
Well, I think what's also really cool about it is that it does have a kind of like coastal, somehow like a coastal art vibe to it. Like it feels like something that you could see on the walls in like Manhattan,
Right.
like at
Yeah.
the Whitney or something. But it also looks like the first time I ever went to a party that had mannequins standing around was obviously in Los Angeles. And you
Yeah,
walk
yeah,
in, there's a
yeah.
mannequin with a TV head and
like, that
and,
makes sense.
and a DeLorean
Yeah, yeah,
and
exactly.
a DeLorean in the middle of a warehouse,
Right,
and you're like, yeah, fuck, that's
Whatever.
where we're at.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
you
that's
know?
sort of like where we were going. Like even the posing on the like it's a real person.
Yeah, it
like,
is.
It's like very mannequin.
That shoot was hilarious to
Yeah,
do.
it's really
It was
fun.
fucking hilarious.
No, that's, I mean, and so I'm definitely excited to see where it goes. And what's cool is that like the music and the writing is and the production is so tight, but it also is very fun. Like it's not,
Yeah.
it's not
Thank you.
taken. It's taking itself seriously in its creation, but not necessarily taking itself like seriously, like dead, like depressing.
Yeah, I feel like
seriousness,
that's
you know, like-
not what we wanted to do.
Yeah. Well, people like to dance.
Yeah,
People
and
like to dance.
I mean the music is like it's just about having fun. Like I feel like
Right.
we're not trying to beat someone over the head with like a really serious concept or anything like that. The concepts are all like cool and creative, but I feel like overall the project's pretty lighthearted.
Yeah, and there's a few in there that it's like, yeah, you could cry, sure, whatever. But like for the most part,
But
it's
do you
like-
want to?
Yeah,
I mean, I cry every time I hear you sing.
I want that to be the title of a Spotify post. Like, yeah, you can cry, sure, whatever.
Are you guys ready for random questions?
Yeah, let's do it.
yes.
Cue transition music that we might do. We might do. Do-ba-do-ba-do.
That was really good.
Yeah, so the good transition
You guys are
music.
so talented.
We can create things on the spot. Well, to start, what's your fortune?
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I'm nervous. All right, we're all orchard.
I also like the ASMR of what's happening right now.
I'm scared.
No, this is great.
Okay.
Instead of worrying and agonizing, move ahead constructively.
Is that a fortune?
No,
Though?
it's
That's
just
like
some-
advice.
It's just some straight up advice.
I don't want advice from a cookie.
Oh, mine is so good.
Yeah.
But I like totally already do this. Make your life an exclamation, not an explanation.
Ooh.
Whoa.
It's true.
I felt that today because I'm like,
I'm
I don't
a
know any. I
stubborn
don't
bitch.
know anybody an explanation. I don't have to explain nothing.
No, you don't. Stand
yeah.
true to yourself, Hunty. Okay. Many opportunities are open. Take advantage of them. I have so many opportunities, but I sleep instead.
Love is but the discovery of ourselves and others, and the delight in the recognition. That's sweet. I love you guys.
That's
Oh,
nice.
So I see myself.
That's really sweet.
That's a good one. I'm glad we did that.
Those are good.
I also like the chewing in the mic. I think that we will lose anybody who doesn't like that sound, but gain anybody who really does.
Well, you have to eat your fortune cookie in order for the fortune to come true.
Yeah.
This is me eating a cookie.
Make sure you get every last crumb.
Just kidding.
Those are beautiful fortunes. You can eat the last one, Kyan.
Actually, I had Chinese food last night, and I got a bunch of like fortunes that didn't really make sense, you know. So I'm like really happy that these ones did.
I had
Because
one
thought
one
I
on a
deserve
Sunday.
that.
You know, I was just
Why don't you
eating because we ordered so many. I just have been eating them
So many.
intermittently. But one of them, I was going to play video games, and the fortune was today is a great day to chill. I'm like, you fucking right.
I want
That is
I want to get a pack of
awesome.
100 fortune cookies where that's the fortune every time and just justify that as not doing work any day.
What's the number?
What's your lucky
Yeah.
number? Is it no? Wait, yeah, 8. It has 8. Cool.
Mine's 69, and then
Is it
a
really?
666.
Yep. Right.
Sounds right.
That's
All right,
crazy.
So random questions. Nice. What's your phone background?
It's more of an abstract piece done by Apple. It's beautiful.
Mine says Nobo Carwar. Because I never fixed the screen.
What is it?
Is it nobody cares?
Because
about
he doesn't know
Carter?
how to
That's what it was
read, so he
supposed to
doesn't know
say,
that
but
that's
I never
wrong.
switched it. And I know it
amazing.
bothers
That's-
people, but
That's, I think, better.
that shows you how I don't read it.
Nobo Carwar.
Only if you knew how to read.
Wow, that makes me seem not well in the head. Okay.
What's your non-musical hobby?
Twerking. Just kidding. Honestly, laying on the couch, binge eating, and watching TV.
Solid.
Good hobby.
Yeah.
I'd say mine's the same.
Yeah,
With just
but not
a-
the binge eating.
No,
You pretend to.
I pretend to binge eat to make
Yeah.
you feel okay.
Thank you.
But really, I'm just being a huge bitch.
What's a weird random skill that you have?
I can like kind of cluck like a chicken.
Do it.
Do it.
A little bit. I don't
Do
know
it.
if it's a chicken anymore.
If you're gonna say it, do it.
Wait, hold on. I can do it.
What? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you did it.
What?
Yeah, let's auto tune that and throw it on a track.
I want to try. Wait.
That made you look cool.
That's also my talent, believe it or not.
What, yeah, no, I want a real. What's a weird random skill you got?
What's a weird random skill that I have? I can do a backflip.
No.
Do it right now.
Yeah, okay. Let me just get on top of this flimsy ass table. I hope that's okay.
Well, you don't eat.
Whoa! I can't believe you just did a backflip.
Whoa.
That's crazy. Yeah.
You guys, I was so close.
That was so
Perform a
insane. Can't believe you did that in the studio. There's like no room to even walk, but you could do a backflip.
Yep, I've been
Yeah.
training my whole life for this moment.
So cool.
You should read more.
What?
I can read a whole book while I do a backflip.
What skill would you like to have?
Making more money.
That's fair.
I'd love to learn how to read more than my fortune.
Do you have a personal life hack?
I don't have any life hacks. That's why I can't get anything done. Just
You should.
there's
Google
no
it.
efficiency in my
Google it.
life.
What's the most useless fact you know?
Probably that I can collect.
Which fictional universe would you live in?
I would for sure be in like the Conjuring universe
What?
where fucked up shit's always happening. I'm just trying to be scared. That's all I'm trying to do.
And
Wow.
okay, yeah,
Yeah,
sure,
you're
dude. I
sick.
don't know. I don't want to fight nuns. I don't know the universe well enough to.
No, I just want to be scared.
Yeah.
That's all I'm trying to
Burns
do.
cows.
Yeah, that's tight.
You know,
that's
stay on my toes.
But you know,
I feel like Star Wars would be fun in the right context.
Okay.
I just don't want to like die in the vacuum of space. I want any.
No, but like I would be a normal person in the Star Wars universe, not like space.
Wait,
adventure.
sorry, backing the fuck up.
You could be a Chewbacca.
You haven't the option.
You have
in
the
this.
option of living in a fictional universe. We've set no parameters on what your like status. Like
If you were given the option
For
to
sure,
be a
for
Jedi, would
sure,
you be a
for sure.
Jedi?
huh? I don't know if that's really
What
right.
the
I would be
fuck?
like a pilot, like a space pilot. That's like way more fun to me.
That
Like a
sounds
Jedi, you
dangerous,
actually have to like
too.
worry about killing people. Like I don't actually
should be
like
a
realistically
baker.
me, my personality. There's a reason I'm not a soldier in real life. I would do something way more mundane and just chill in space.
Yeah, I'd be like those sand people on that planet.
You want to be like a
know?
Tatooine
Yeah.
farmer?
Yeah, that sounds great.
I'm
Yeah.
literally
not a
literally,
Tatooine
it's
farmer.
so terrible. It's
No,
yeah.
but like Naboo. Naboo is gorgeous.
Oh, beautiful there,
Beautiful,
especially this
beautiful
time of year.
especially this time. Of year. I would be a rich person. I would social climb in Naboo. And just
Okay,
go to
I'm
Naboo.
changing mine. That is where I'm supposed to be.
You really took a turn.
In some like golden clothes, you know,
Yeah, exactly. That would be amazing.
I don't know.
Also, I'm gonna social
social
climb
climbing.
a socialite.
Yeah,
in
no
Naboo.
farmers
Yeah,
left.
you're gonna social climb. That's
I
what
will
you want to
social-
do.
that's
You
what
wanna-
I'll do,
You want to
yeah.
That
network
sounds
in
like a show
Naboo. That's
on
that's
MTV. The
Socialites of Naboo.
real housewives of Naboo.
Yeah.
For sure, me. For sure.
What superpower would you want?
Telekinesis. Because I'm lazy.
What
Not-
kind of like floating things or like
yeah,
Charles
I'm like
Xavier?
trying to like feed myself without getting up. You know what I mean?
I like that. Yeah.
I'd say the Hulk like powers.
Oh shit! But
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we're
He's
talking.
like undefeatable.
Are we talking like
no one-
Professor Hulk though? Like, are you talking like you can like control your brain?
No, like well, I don't want to spoil it. Like latest Avengers.
Well,
Hulk.
listen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's also in the comics. They call him Grey Hulk.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's who I would be.
Banner figures his shit out and.
Yeah. Great guy.
Great guy. Given that there are no paradoxes, and also you could potentially be a fly on the wall if you want. Where and when would you time travel to?
Definitely like Egyptian times. They had style
Would you be a pirate?
for sure.
Whoa.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, split.
For sure.
I went on a cruise. I can't handle that shit.
Oh yeah.
Just be anxious the whole time. Oh my gosh.
What-
Now
what-
I know why they drink so much.
What made you anxious about being? Was it just?
I was freaking trapped in a freaking floating dungeon.
Yeah,
for
ships
4
are
days.
awful.
Rock. Watering down my drinks. It's the only way I could survive.
Watering down my
Why did you
drinks.
water down your
That's why
drinks?
I'd be a pirate, so I could drink a lot and not have to explain anything to anybody. Hence my fortune
You
cookie.
can kind of do that as a musician.
Yeah, you definitely can, and you do. What was the question?
Would you be a pirate? You answered a hard no. You were yes.
Yeah,
I want to know the yes. It's just because it's awesome. Yeah.
Because I'm boozy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad and boozy.
That's all there is to
Blues
it.
Cruise.
Booze cruise. Do you have tattoos?
No.
No.
What would your first tattoo be?
Sorry, mom.
That's great.
It would say sorry. Mom. I thought you were like leading into sorry, mom. I would say this,
No,
but
it literally would say
sorry, mom. I like that.
On the
It-
Game of Thrones font.
I like
Ooh.
that.
Ooh, that
great.
is nice.
Yes.
Given it wouldn't kill you, what animal would you want as a pet?
Oh my goodness. Probably a dragon.
Oh, I was gonna say that. Yeah, that's a good one. Or like a Komodo dragon. Maybe that's a better answer.
Why don't you have a ferret instead?
Sure.
Yeah.
What about a dragon the size of a ferret? That would be the ideal pet.
Yeah, but that shit ain't gonna protect me.
He's looking for a watch dragon.
I don't know, man. Mushu? Fucking badass.
Okay.
Oh, Mushu's great.
Mushu?
Okay, we're
Size of a
bringing up
ferret?
Mushu.
Yeah.
I'd take a Mushu.
Okay. That's fair.
Now we're in the favorites section.
Oh, okay.
So what's your favorite color to wear?
Definitely like grays, I feel like.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like black because it holds everything together.
I don't mean to be semantic, but both of those are shades.
Shit.
Wait,
I'll
black's
just
not
go
a
fuck
color?
myself
I
then.
think as far as fashion is concerned, black is a color.
All right.
Wait, that shit isn't a color?
I mean, I think
That was
depends
on my
who you
preschool-
ask.
Black is
Well-
technically the absence of color
Yeah.
and light.
Yeah.
So
White is all the
Did I
colors.
never go to school? I'm just learning so many facts here.
You're being learned today, yeah.
I'm being learned.
you know a lot about landfills
What's
and
your-
nothing
yeah,
about colors.
and methane gas, which you'll save
don't
us all,
know.
dude. Yeah. What's your favorite season?
Oh,
Summer, for sure.
I really like the 3rd season of Jersey Shore.
That takes place in summer. Wait, but you haven't even seen the 3rd season
That's why I
yet.
like it.
You're full of shit.
What's your favorite holiday? Not a vacation. I feel like I just need to.
You need to specify.
I need to specify as much as I possibly can here.
Okay.
Bermuda.
I was gonna say Madonna's holiday.
Billie Holiday.
Oh, you like Billy? I like Madonna.
You like Madonna. Okay. Glad we settled that.
Mine's Green Day.
Oh, I like.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's your favorite holiday?
Green Day's holiday. What is my favorite holiday?
The Last Holiday with Queen Latifah is also a good
that one's
option.
really nice.
That's my favorite.
She snowboards and base jumps.
All right. Favorite meal?
I like poke and vodka.
Ooh.
Sure, your stomach also loves that combination.
Yeah, it does. So does my esophagus. You're allowed to say
I'm going to
that.
say pasta and vodka.
You're allowed to
Penne
say
alla
something.
vodka.
Vanilla vodka with a side of vodka.
Favorite place to be?
Right here with you.
Favorite sound?
Or
Wow. Mine is like when I come home at like 2 a.m. and my dog like cries for me. I really like it. It's cute.
That is really
makes you feel wanted.
Yeah, because nobody else does, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Favorite movie?
Mine's obvious. It's The Last Holiday.
I was
Queen
that's
Latifah.
my favorite movie.
It's simple.
It's beautiful.
Favorite book?
Oh.
Wait, back to that last question.
Yeah.
Another good one is Made in Manhattan. That's a great one. I feel like what?
Who's in that?
Who's in that?
Is it
You want to
J-Lo?
get started with me and J-Lo again?
Oh, okay, yeah.
We argue about J-Lo all the time.
What specifically do you argue about,
Just
J-Lo?
everything you could.
Favorite TV show?
Right now, mine is Selling Sunset. I watched the first episode last night.
What's it about?
It's like about it's about real estate in West Hollywood, and they're just really really mean about it. But then you see like $40 million houses, so it's like you're dreaming while watching it.
Oh, it's like House Hunters.
No,
No, it's a
Okay.
reality show.
it's like different. It's
House
like a
Hunter's like
step up.
nice compared
Yeah.
to
This is nasty.
Oh.
It's like the Jersey Shore meets
Yeah,
real
yeah,
estate.
yeah.
Yeah.
Got you.
It's like
Okay.
rich Jersey Shore real estate.
That sounds fun.
Yeah,
It's been on my
That
list.
sounds real
it's been
fun.
on my mind.
I watched My Strange Addiction last night,
Ooh,
and
that's
that's
a good
a
one.
sleeper.
I've never watched My Strange Addiction except for like the viral stuff, like the person who likes eating glue.
And eating
Yeah.
ashes and stuff.
Ashes? Is that it?
Seen that one?
There's a girl last night who's like drinking bleach,
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like the.
and she's like, "I'm not gonna
There's
stop.
some-
I don't care what anybody says to me. I'm not gonna
I'm
stop."
gonna keep drinking bleach.
And then the doctor's like, "You're gonna die." And she's like, "Okay, I might reconsider." You're like, "Wow."
Yeah, that'll fucking do it. Like, I don't, keeping it PG-13 rated. What's the best date you've been on?
That's so hard.
Keeping it PG-13 rated or figuring out the best date?
Both.
All right.
What's your best?
Well, I don't
date?
have a best date, but I have a favorite one. Where
Is
I
that
like,
not the same thing?
Well, it didn't. I'll tell you, and you tell me.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
so-
Oh, as in it wasn't
yeah.
it wasn't necessarily quality, but it was a good story.
Right, it was a good fun time.
Okay.
So I was living in New York, and I took this girl to a show, and we had fun. And it was like that was back when I had New York clout, so it's like we had like backstage pass and all that shit. So I was like,
Ooh,
ooh, I'm
it's
being
fancy.
impressive. Yeah.
Flexing.
Yeah.
And then afterward, obviously, what do? I took her to Domino's.
Yes.
So we went to Domino's, and we just had so much fun, as you would there. And then the next day, she texted me, and she said she's moving. And she moved. So that's my favorite.
The one that got away?
Who knows?
I don't know. I
Who
thought I was
knows?
doing everything right, don't you?
Well, I feel like she had the moving plan already. Unless
No,
it was-
she didn't. That's the worst part. I
she-
sparked it. I sparked the fact that she hated the city and there was nothing left for her.
Oh my god.
And she moved. It wasn't even like, oh, I'm moving, It's like,
She the next morning
she
she was
didn't
like,
fake
fuck
it.
this.
She
like,
didn't fake it. She moved. She left all her shit. I'm not even kidding. This is not a joke. So
Wow.
you better watch out with who you bring to Domino's. But that's how I
She
figure
clearly
out,
had a great time.
yeah. Well, that's how I figure out if people are loyal for me. That's
they
the
get-
test.
If they
The
leave
Domino's.
and move the next day.
No, if they stay. It taught me a life lesson. If you can't handle fucking garlic white sauce chicken onion pizza,
I don't know
not for
who
me.
can handle that. That's blasphemy.
Wow.
That's absurd.
People.
Wow.
I'd say my best date was I went to a restaurant with this guy and then I didn't listen to a word he said and ate everything I wanted and then I just went home and I went to bed. I'd say that was the best date I've ever been on.
That's really good.
Food was delicious.
the
That
food? Yeah, what was the
lobster
food?
pasta.
Lobster pasta?
Yeah.
Did he pay?
Yeah, but that wasn't even like part of it. Like I would have split it, but like it was just so good the
That's
pasta.
really touching.
And then I just got to go home and go to bed and like do my thing. It's great.
That's really sweet.
Never talk to him again. I was Joffrey one year and I felt like that was spot on.
Yeah, you
Everything
are.
felt right. And I went crazy with Power.
You're the
It was the
Joffrey
best
to my
Halloween.
Christian.
It was the best Halloween ever. Everyone hated me the next day.
Can you whistle or snap?
I can snap and choke.
One more time.
I'm sorry,
One
what?
more time for the crowd.
All right, hold on. Let me focus.
Oh my god.
That's a special skill.
Thank you.
I can't even like follow that up. I'm like trembling.
Can you whistle?
I can't whistle. Well, actually, I haven't tried in a long time.
That's not bad.
It's not
You sound
bad.
like a scary wind.
Yeah. All right, I can whistle.
Yeah.
I can also snap.
Whoa.
Oh.
You know.
Can you do a melody?
Yeah, sure. What song is this?
Duck, duck, goose, cup, cocky.
It's a.
Oh no,
It's,
but
it's
good guess.
Colors of the Wind.
It was a Post Malone song actually, but
Oh. Can you snap?
whoa.
No, not really. Not very
What?
well.
I didn't know people couldn't
Should we
snap.
jam band for a second? You whistle, I'll snap, you choke.
I can't whistle, but I can snap.
ASMR
Wait,
this
you
shit.
can blink.
I could blink.
All right. Yeah, let's see. What song are we doing? We have to do a song we have the rights to. So let's.
Okay.
Let's do 5 Night Stand.
Did you know it? You just do what you do.
Give me a beat. Oh,
right.
I'll give you the beat. What tempo are we at? All right.
You're not allowed to do that. That's my
All I know
job.
how to do.
Are you singing Colors of the Wind?
No, I'm doing 5 Night Stand.
You don't know your own song?
That was great. I
Wow.
liked that. I liked everything about that.
Yeah, I respect myself. Whatever.
What's one thing you looked forward to as a kid that turned out to be kind of terrible as an adult?
I look forward to like cleaning as a kid, and now I don't. I
Sorry,
hate
you were,
it.
Oh.
you were a kid who was like hype on cleaning?
Yeah, I would
That's
like
because you were
clean
sniffing
shit.
the cleaner.
I love
why.
sniffing cleaner.
Mine was
I
driving.
couldn't get enough.
My
Driving.
strange addiction.
I hate driving.
Oh, I love driving. That was something that like I was excited for as a kid, and it panned out as an
Really?
adult.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
I love
Pick me up.
traffic.
Can you pick me up?
Yeah, dude, I'll
I
be
just
your Uber
can't.
driver. Just pay me a lot more than Uber
Okay.
in cash. Like,
That's a good sell. I'll
That's
do the
pretty
service for
good.
you for more
More
money
money
than you
than-
would normally pay for it.
Sounds like a deal.
Sounds like a deal.
but think about the conversation. Like, I could either have a conversation with you about topics we know,
Right.
like
And I know a lot.
Yeah, landfills,
Right.
or I could just be quiet.
Whoa.
Yeah, which you've never seen that. You could pay me extra to not
To
say
be quiet.
anything.
I just
Yeah,
want my headphones in. You can talk. I just won't respond.
that's what Noah does. It works.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
much does.
You just have to nod. I need a good nod every once in a while to know that you're listening.
Yeah, sometimes my head just like falls down, so that'll work for you.
Sometimes when I'm asleep, my head just falls down. Take it as a nod.
What do you hate being asked?
I hate being asked like what's next with music, especially.
Hey, so what's coming next?
Well,
Why?
not by like music people, by like friends, and they're just like it's like the like what do you?
Oh,
think?
it's sort of like the condescending, like, are you still doing this?
Yeah,
kinda
or like the what do you do every
Are
day?
you still doing music?
Yeah, like am I? I don't know.
I don't know. At this point, I have no idea.
Yeah, coming home's always weird, especially like some of like the hometown parties. It's like some people kind of get it, some people don't get it, but it's like every question's uncomfortable.
People legit don't understand what I do every day.
Yeah.
Like they know that I'm like a musician, but I don't think they know like what I do every day. I think they just think that I'm just like
There's fucking
chilling
there's
every
industry
day.
people
I'm
who
just
don't know what
chilling.
we do every day.
Yeah, I know.
There are industry people who are like, I'm like, yeah, I'm doing sessions. They're you know, so there's some people who are like, that doesn't make sense. Like, you have an artist project. Why are you doing sessions?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, huh? It's like, is it for your music? It's like, no, we write for other people. It's like, but you have an artist project. I'm like, yeah. It's like, but you're also writing. I'm like, yeah, I do both.
It's a business, honey.
But it's like you're in sessions every day, but nothing came out this year with your name on it. It's like I don't have an answer for that.
I don't have to explain to you
Yeah.
why that was the case.
That's a loaded question.
What's something you did that you'll never do again? I think I know your answer.
What?
Cruise.
You know me better than I know myself.
Listen,
I will
man.
never do that shit again.
Wait, what? Oh, the cruise?
Yeah.
It's
Unless
funny-
you're paying me a lot and I'm like singing on it.
I'd probably never perform again if everything wasn't to track. I am not a live musician, and I definitely learned that the hard way.
Do you guys have a scar with a story?
I had a scar on my lip, like my upper lip, because my sister like fucking what's those little stars called? Ninja stars?
Shurikens?
She ninja. What is it called?
It's called a
Shrooms?
shuriken.
A shuriken?
A shuriken.
She shurikened my ass with a hat, and it took off like a piece of my lip.
Whoa.
I was really mad, but I learned the power of Maderma. It does work.
What's Maderma? Now you're teaching me
It's
a
like
word.
this. Maderma. Shuriken Maderma.
Yeah, no, like, shuriken.
Oh, shuriken.
Yeah.
I thought it was just called like a pointy star.
Oh, yeah.
You can definitely call it that.
Yeah.
It gets the point across.
That's
Yeah,
true.
but yeah,
They're
it
both
took my
true.
like a part of my lip off. So I had a fear of hats for a while.
Wait, what's a Mendoza?
Oh, Maderma. It's just this like ointment that you just like throw on it, but it's supposed to help you not scar. And I
Oh.
didn't.
Oh, wow. So
But
this is
that's the
it's about the time
Also
you didn't
because
get a
of
scar.
your lip injections. Don't forget
But also because of
those.
my lip injection.
To be fair, that was the best case of what could have been a really terrible scenario.
It could have been bad.
Could have been really bad.
Yeah.
Like if she was throwing it?
Yeah, she took it off my head and threw it at my face. Like in an anger. Like it wasn't like, oh, let me just throw your hat. It was like, I'm trying to hit you in the face. And it worked.
She could have killed.
Yeah, she
Yeah, that could have
No, he
killed
got
you.
hit with
She shurikened me.
Not with an actual.
It was with a hat
Blade.
though.
I have a ton of
Oh, I
respect
thought it was
for your
actually a
sister now.
shuriken.
No, she's 12 years old. She ain't having a shuriken.
Oh wait, it was just a hat.
It was just a hat.
How did you not get that?
I missed that
I
part,
thought
yeah.
she threw a ninja star.
would
right
she
there.
threw a
Why
ninja
would
star
I
in
at
have
your
a ninja
face?
star on my head that you took off and hit me with?
How did you get scarred from a hat?
And why did you mention shurikens in the first place? I'm imagining she had a
Because
star
that's how she
and she
threw,
threw it at you.
She shuriken threw the hat.
Okay, that was a stupid way of putting that. I totally missed what you.
Are you questioning my high IQ?
I mean, I understand.
Are you questioning his 2 degrees?
Yeah, 2 degrees plus honors thesis.
Yeah, you're right. You're
Did you
right.
hear I said honors?
Wow, this thesis.
I couldn't even get it out.
I actually have all these like little like there are little marks on my body right now because the other night I kind of drank too much and I bought a taser and I like
Where do you
I-
just
my
casually
nipples
buy a
still there.
taser?
this dude in the bar literally had a backpack full of tasers.
Sorry. Listen, I don't want to tell you how to like interview, but that's your lead. That's your story. Yeah. You're like I got some stars because a guy in a bar who was selling tasers out of his backpack sold me a taser while I was drunk, and I tased myself.
Before I bought it, I wanted to see if it worked, so I made him tase me. And I literally just like yelled in the middle of this bar, and they actually kicked him out because they're like, you can't have that in here. So me and my friend went around the back of the bar and we bought 2 tasers in the parking lot, and then we just
From
spent
this guy?
Yeah, then we just spent the whole night.
Sorry, if you don't mind me
tasering.
asking, how much was it?
Only $25 a taser.
That's chill.
And okay,
looks
I
like
tased Kyan
What's
too.
that guy's overhead? Like, what's that markup
Yeah.
looking like?
Nicholas
Maybe he stole a bunch of
tased
tasers
me.
from the police department.
Holy shit.
I feel like that's what happened.
He's a road cop. He's a road cop.
He's a road cop.
Well, it worked.
He was
Trying to make
drunk.
ends meet.
And because of it, I can now say I've been tased in my right nipple.
You were.
Yeah. I
Nick
tased him in the
tased
nip.
me in a session while I was holding my laptop, and I threw it.
His laptop like just hit the floor.
Yeah.
You also screamed like the most high pitched scream I've ever heard.
Yeah.
It was great.
What else do you want me to do? Say hallelujah? My nipple burnt off? Does anyone have a flatbread because the pepperoni's cooked?
That's the worst.
And
thing
now
I've
he
ever
has
heard.
no nipple.
Wow.
That's his scar story. He's like, I had a nipple, but then I got
That
tased.
could have been your
the other
scar
night.
story.
That song was good though.
Yeah, we did write a good song.
Yeah.
Have you had any reoccurring dreams?
I've never had a random dream.
Really?
I've had the same dream every night since I was a boy.
Is that you be a musician? Is that your
It was
dream?
just me climbing
It's
to the
actually
top.
of this moment. It's so weird.
Deja vu.
That's my cousin.
Your cousin's name is Deja Vu.
Yeah, well, it's Dave. It's Dave Shavu.
Dave Shavu
Sounds like a rapper name.
featuring Dave Shavu.
I love that. Let's use that.
That's great.
I'm gonna use that.
You guys should bring on an Andy Kaufman-esque character named Dave
Shavu.
as part of the project.
I love that.
3 artists on Spotify named Dave Javu.
Wait, really?
Maybe they might not be the same person.
Oh,
It's
gosh,
all
that's
Kyan.
sad.
What am I doing?
You guys caught me. Shit.
What are 3 thoughts you have at this very moment? Go, Nick.
Deja vu, for sure.
Second thought.
Dave Shavu. Danielle Shavu.
Kyan, 3
Does that
thoughts.
answer your question?
Kyan, 3 thoughts at this very moment.
Pepperoni, taser.
Pepperoni.
No, what's that word we say? Sphincter?
Yeah. Oh no. Not
Shuriken.
Do you know what a sphincter
your
is?
sphincter?
Now that I've said it, I know. A shuriken.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Oh my god. All right. Advice to your teenage self. I don't know what the point is.
Shut your fucking mouth, bitch.
That's been a couple people's answer.
Yeah. What's your advice to your teenage self?
Probably the same. Just shut the fuck up.
Be quiet, you'll live longer.
You're not nearly as smart as you think you are.
Advice for a new artist, producer, writer.
As Brittany once said, you better work, bitch.
That's good.
It's
really
good. I like that. Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
the license?
You?
on
I would say do less.
that? Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't overthink it. You know?
Is that the same thing?
I feel like, I don't know. I'm just saying stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of it makes sense.
That was good. So what's coming next?
Oh, gosh.
I know you hate that question.
Did we cover that shit yet?
Sorta.
We
You
got
guys
a lot
this-
of singles.
Yeah, you got this.
It's going to be fun. Listen to it in the sun.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be slutty. And it's going to
That's
be...
really true.
It's, yeah.
It's fun and slutty.
Yeah.
Fun and slutty.
And then I'm sure there'll be a little something that gets a little dark for me later in the year.
The crying
Yeah.
songs.
Yeah, I can't smile for too long.
Yeah, and you
You
can enjoy.
can't take the sad out of the boy.
You know, you can't smile. You can't have a real smile if you don't know where it's come from.
Oh,
You know,
really?
the contrast. Like
Tyra Banks taught me how to smize, baby.
Well, anything you want to shout out before we wrap?
Shout out to my mom. Shout out to my...
Shout out to Tyra Banks and those eyes.
She taught me how to smize from a younger age.
The whole crew, casting crew, thank you.
And that concludes
I think
one of the
we're good.
weirdest episodes of Talking Lion I think we have ever had. Thank you so much for coming, guys.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. We were really happy to be here and shed some wisdom on the youth.
No, I didn't ask for this, but then it feels so right. I don't know that much about you, but I know just what you like. What you like, what you like, what you like. I don't know that much about you, but I know just what you like.
We would like to thank Jägermeister and Isotope for their early support of Talking Lion.